Digital Foundry is proudly sponsored by the Logitech G935 headset.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare is officially back with a debut trailer giving us our first glimpse of the look, feel and content of the new game. A COD offering somewhat different to anything we've seen to date. Developer Infinity Ward is targeting a soft reboot of sorts for the Modern Warfare franchise, a Casino Royale style revamp that transports beloved characters like Captain Price into the battlegrounds of the here and now. Whether it's the enduring nightmare of Middle Eastern war zones or eliminating domestic terror cells in central London, it's a big tonal shift for the series, often gritty, harrowing and even shocking in places. From a technological perspective, the trailer demonstrates a fundamental revamp of Call of Duty's rendering technology. I'm happy to confirm that everything you've seen in this trailer is running in real time on PS4 Pro. No CG fakery, no in-engine footage. What you see is what you'll get, and certainly from a technological perspective, what we're looking at here is, in my opinion, a new milestone for the franchise. And obviously, it's the technology that's the focus for Digital Foundry, and I was lucky enough to visit Infinity Ward's tech studio to meet the team and see what they've been up to for the last few years. Looking at the trailer footage, you may have noticed a very different aesthetic, the result of a massive engine overhaul that reflects a drive to bring a new level of realism and fidelity to the new Modern Warfare. The engine has been radically retooled with an eye for real-life accuracy, kicking off with a move to a state-of-the-art physically based rendering system built on exploiting photogrammetry, the science of scanning objects directly into the team's authoring tools, replicating not just their shape, but material properties such as their roughness and reflectivity, essential for integration into a brand new lighting solution. Now, whether we're talking about environment detail, right down to individual stones in a pile of rubble, or the materials used to craft uncanny replicas of the game's weapons, right down to customized ceramic finishes, the new Call of Duty engine accommodates all of this really nicely, and the objective here isn't just realism, but also consistency, a set level of high fidelity on every element in the game. This requires a big boost to geometry output too. Helped by the integration of an advanced culling algorithm, Modern Warfare is capable of delivering over 5 times the geometry of prior series entries, making scenes like this crowd shot in the trailer possible. Now, like all the trailer content, that's running in real time as well, with that scene alone pushing 8 million triangles. Procedural boosts to geometry via tessellation on characters, object and environment detail also help to increase the overall density, with none of the artifacts we've seen in some games, like sort of terrain warping at close range. Lighting itself also receives a profound upgrade. Every single light source within the game is volumetric in nature, with Infinity Ward able to adjust the density of the atmosphere to the point of including dust motes, simulating the effects of humidity, or introducing ground level fog. Now, you may catch crepuscular rays, God rays if you like, but these are not post-process additions, but rather the actual results of accurately rendering volumetric lights beaming through geometry. Differently coloured lights with intersecting paths also blend hues accurately, while the simulation is robust enough that suitable volumetrics even reflect light, similar to engaging full beam headlights in your car while driving through dense fog, for example. Again, it's an example of a rendering feature baked in at the lowest level of the engine that offers up a lot of gameplay potential. And when I say baked in at the lowest level, yeah, well, you won't be able to disable it on PC, because doing so could upset gameplay balance. But what's also impressive is how Modern Warfare's artistic direction marries up with the technology. In-game skyboxes, for example, and their lighting levels are sampled from real-life locations. Photogrammetry is the result of a mixture of on-location capture and in-studio scanning. The post-process pipeline in the mainline COD engine has always delivered excellent results, as you've seen in the likes of Infinite Warfare and World War II, and it's improved again, delivering impressive, consistent results and integrating exceptionally well with the lush volumetric lighting. Also impressive is the inclusion of what Infinity Ward calls spectral rendering, a system that sees Call of Duty render everything in real time beyond the visible light spectrum, encompassing infrared and thermal heat radiation. Now, the objective with this technology is very straightforward. Lighting is obviously very important in modern warfare, with levels authored with multiple lighting bakes that blend, depending on which light sources are active and which are not. Some lighting conditions make the use of infrared goggles essential, with the new system ensuring that night vision rendering is highly realistic to the point where the light cast by the goggles themselves is present in the scene, along with stuff like the IR reflective markers that are sewn into uniforms. There are gameplay opportunities here too. Switching on lights can temporarily blind those wearing night vision headgear, and it's all obviously accurately calculated. The integration of thermal heat radiation mapping also pays off, and again, the commitment to realism really impressed me. Not only are target and environment temperatures accurately rendered, Modern Warfare even simulates the low-resolution sensors of the various thermal gear in use throughout the game, even using a reverse JPEG algorithm to accurately render the compression artifacts. One of the key objectives with the latest engine is to help lay the foundation for the future of the Call of Duty series, with initial work starting on the revamp as long as 5 years ago. Going forward, Infinity Ward's work will be shared across studios including Sledgehammer and Raven Games, where there has already been a healthy collaborative history. Additionally, with a projected 2020 release date for the next-gen consoles, logically we should see the work seen here transition to the new hardware and evolve further across the years, while also being able to handle cross-gen duties more elegantly than the legacy COD titles that straddled the generations. Of course, across the years, Call of Duty has a history of seeking to push the envelope visually, but to a certain extent there's always been a technological tug of war between features and performance. Call of Duty experience is defined by low latency controls and snappy feedback, delivered with the help of a 60 frames per second target frame rate. After all, you'd think that introducing such a wide range of improvements may have performance implications. Well, as it happens, Infinity Ward saves its major optimization efforts until the end of development, but carries out periodic reviews by seeking to optimize single, troublesome frames. The idea being that if a day's work can solve specific hotspots, the team should be in good shape when the major optimization push begins on the entirety of the content. Meanwhile, nightly builds of the game have automatic performance analysis carried out across all content, and that happens overnight, and this kind of creates a historical record of performance for all content that should show gradual improvement over time, while also helping to isolate any new updates that may have introduced issues. Okay, so I went hands-on with the alpha Modern Warfare single-player content seen in the trailer. Playing on PlayStation 4 Pro, performance was already at 60 frames per second, even before the optimization push had begun. Current performance is bolstered by dynamic resolution scaling, variations of which have proven themselves adept at sustaining target frame rates in prior Call of Duty titles, including Infinite Warfare and World War II. Now, Infinity Ward's aim is to optimize to the point where the dynamic resolution scaling is more of a fallback position, with the aim being to deliver the game at as close to target resolution as possible, while still handing in Call of Duty's signature 60Hz update. Interestingly, there is the odd performance dip or two in the trailer footage. And yeah, clearly that requires some optimization. But this shot here with the little boy, yeah, I did actually play that, and I'm pretty sure that performance was solid there. So there may be some variation between the current build and the version that was used for capture here. So, a brand new Modern Warfare with a state-of-the-art engine that retains the series' extraordinary performance level? That's the idea, and if we're at this stage months out from release, the signs are looking very positive for the final code. PC users are also getting a bespoke version crafted by Beanox, who delivered the excellent Black Ops 4 port, and Infinity Ward itself is actually working on DXR ray tracing support. Exciting times then, I'd say. I remember back in the day being blown away by the original Modern Warfare in what was, for the time, a massive increase in fidelity and a huge improvement in engine technology. I'm really impressed with what I've seen of the new Modern Warfare. And remember, this is just the beginning of the marketing push. There'll be a lot more to surprise you in the run-up to the October 25th release date. Okay then, so that's where I'm leaving things for now. As usual, please like and subscribe to support our work and ring the notification bell to get real-time updates on when new digital Foundry content arrives on YouTube. And of course, please do consider the DF Patreon if you want to support what we do more directly. It really helps, I can't stress that enough. But that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching.
Featuring 2.4 GHz wireless, 50mm Pro G audio drivers, and DTS Headphone X 2.0 surround sound technology under the hood, the G935 headset delivers the ultimate wireless audio solution for gamers, whether you're playing on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, or mobile. Order yours today from Logitech G.